On a quiet morning, in a house filled with laughter, sunlight, and the soft rustle of gift paper, 25 tin soldiers were born from the same old tin spoon. The spoon had once stirred soups and stews, had lived a humble life in a kitchen drawer, and now, melted and reshaped, it had become something new, something proud. Each soldier stood straight and tall, wearing a brilliant uniform of red and blue, their hats shiny, their rifles resting firmly against their shoulders. They were identical in every way, brothers not only by metal but by fate. They were placed carefully inside a box, shoulder to shoulder, waiting to be discovered. But among them was one who was different. The brave tin soldier had only one leg. No one knew whether the tin had run out or whether fate had made a deliberate choice. Yet there he stood, balanced on a single leg, upright, calm, and dignified. He did not complain. He did not lean. He did not fall. His posture was as proud as any general leading an army, his silence filled with quiet strength. When the little boy received them as his birthday gift, his eyes lit up with delight. One by one, he lifted the soldiers and arranged them on the table. They stood in neat lines, a perfect formation. And when he reached the last one, the one-legged soldier, the boy paused for just a moment. "This one is brave," the boy whispered. And so he was. The table was not merely a table. It was a world. A land of adventure, imagination, and wonder. There were castles made of cards, wooden horses frozen mid-gallop, painted dolls smiling endlessly, and a grand paper palace shimmering under the light. Yet among all these treasures, there was one figure who captured the soldier's heart the moment he saw her. She stood on one leg, just like him. The ballerina was made of paper and tinsel, delicate and graceful, her arms curved into a perfect circle above her head. Her tutu shimmered like frost under moonlight, and a tiny rose rested upon her bodice. She balanced so beautifully that it seemed impossible she could ever fall. To the tin soldier, she appeared his mirror, his equal, his destiny. She, too, has only one leg, he thought, his tin heart trembling. He stood motionless, staring at her, his gaze filled with admiration and something deeper, something he did not yet have words for. Love, quiet and sudden, settled inside him like a secret flame. As night fell and the room grew silent, shadows stretched across the table. The soldier lay behind a snuff box, peeking at the ballerina whenever the moonlight touched her. She never moved, never looked back, yet he felt she understood him. Then, from the darkness, a voice hissed. A black goblin leapt from the snuff box, his eyes glowing with mischief and warning. "Tin soldier," the goblin sneered, "do not look at what you cannot have. She is not for you." The soldier did not answer. He did not blink. Love had made him fearless. The goblin vanished, but the warning lingered in the air like smoke. Still, the soldier stood firm. The next morning, the children returned. Hands clapped, toys moved, laughter echoed. The tin soldier was picked up, examined, and placed upon the windowsill. The world beyond the glass looked vast and frightening, full of motion and sound. Then it happened. A sudden gust of wind, or perhaps the unseen hand of fate, pushed him forward. He tipped, turned, and fell head first from the window into the street below. Down he went, spinning, silent, proud. Two boys found him in the street and laughed. They folded a paper boat and placed him inside. The rain began to fall, and the boat sailed into the gutter, rushing into darkness. The soldier trembled, but he did not cry out. Inside the tunnel, water roared, shadows danced, and a rat appeared, snarling. "Where is your passport?" the rat demanded. The soldier said nothing. He stood stiff, thinking only of the ballerina. The current swept him away. The boat broke apart. A great fish swallowed the soldier whole. Inside the fish, there was nothing but darkness. Time passed slowly. The soldier remained upright, unbroken, unafraid. Love gave him courage. Memory gave him hope. Then, light. The fish was caught, sold, and brought into the very same house he had fallen from. The cook sliced it open, gasped, and found the tin soldier inside. She placed him back in the room. There, across the table, stood the ballerina. The soldier's heart overflowed. But fate was not finished. A hand lifted him. The stove door opened. Heat roared like a beast. The soldier was thrown into the fire. Flames licked his uniform, softened his metal. Pain surged through him, yet he did not scream. He looked only at the ballerina. Then, a gust of wind lifted her too. She fell into the fire beside him. Together, they burned. Together, they vanished. When the fire died down, only a tiny tin heart remained and a small blackened rose. Love had made him brave. Love had carried him through storms, darkness, and fire. And love, though it could not save his body, made his story eternal. For courage is not in strength, nor in perfection, but in the heart that stands firm, even on one leg, against the whole world. If you like the story, then do subscribe, share and press the bell icon for more interesting stories.